Hey guys, and welcome back to The Sims 4. My name is Abby, and today we're doing a makeover video for my Vampires LP. If you haven't watched that, it is based around the Goth family. So it started with Bella Goth and Mortimer and Cassandra and their son Alexander. This here is actually Edward Goth. He's not the youngest son. He is, well, actually there's a toddler, and there's a toddler, Nicholas, and then there's also a baby that Bella is pregnant with. We don't know if it's a girl or a boy yet. Fingers crossed that it's a girl, because Cassandra is the only girl that they have, and it would just be nice to have a little girl in the family. We also have some other family members that have been added to the clan, as I like to call it. Cassandra's been married to Graham, who's part of the Morrow family, and they're part of the clan, as well as Yuki and Candy Bear. They are part of the clan, and Paolo, can't think of his last name. He's also part of the Goth clan. So we've got several different characters here. Not all of them are technically born related, but they are, I guess, kind of blood related in that they have consumed each other's blood at some point in time, or swapped blood to become vampires. So yeah, they're all a family now. They are a clan, and the clan just keeps growing. So I kind of thought it was a good time to do a makeover for the whole family, especially Bella Goth. Bella Goth has not had a new outfit since the very first episode of Let's Play The Sims 4 Vampires, which was, gotta say, a couple of months ago. I think I just finished up episode 17, so we're about to start up episode 18, and I've had almost one video out per week of The Sims 4 Vampires, right? So, I mean, sometimes I've had 2 a week, so I don't know. It's hard to say. At least like 2 months ago was when I started this. It probably longer than that. I don't remember. But yeah, so you will see me use some custom content here. This dress here is custom content. I don't exactly remember where I got all of the custom content, because I just kind of got it from random places. And my favorite place to go is called Maxis Match. It's like a Tumblr page, and they have a lot of really cool custom content stuff. My only thing is I have a really hard time finding good children custom content items. And it's not like there's not a bunch out there. There are tons of custom content for kids. I just don't really ever find anything that I really like. A lot of graphic tees and things like that, but I'm just not a big graphic tee person. So, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes not really. You know, I would prefer some more boutique style children items. If you guys know where to find that, please leave that in the comment section down below the video, and I'll go check it out, because I do like custom content clothing. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to be using any custom content for any of my builds, because I'm not into that. I'm not going to do that. I want to keep that, you know, just for in-game items. No custom content, no mods as far as that goes. But the clothing and the hair and stuff, you know, I really don't have much of a problem with. And yeah, I don't use a whole lot. I just use it every now and then. And one day, you know, I may remove all of my mods from my game and get some brand new ones. Or not really mods, custom content, mods, whatever. It all goes in the mods folder. If you can't tell, I'm a little sick. I've mentioned it in some of my previous videos, but it doesn't look like this is going to be going away anytime soon. So my voice is probably going to go every now and then, just kind of, you know, give out, and I have to kind of stop and clear my throat. So you'll probably hear some little gaps where the audio's cut out, and I've had to stop and cough for a good 5 seconds in a row. 5 seconds is not that long. Maybe 30 seconds of coughing. I don't know. I'm not good at math. I told one of my friends earlier today, I'm so sick, I'm delirious, so forgive me. But maybe that'll make for some really great commentary. This video was actually so much fun to do. It took me a long time. It took me like 2 hours to give everyone a makeover. So I want to talk a little bit about each character and the makeover that I gave them. Edward, which was the first character that we looked at, the little boy, he's got kind of a like a cool kid vibe to him. I want to say when he gets older, he'll probably dress really cool, a lot like Paolo. You know, he probably looks up to Paolo, like, because Paolo's like a really nice looking guy. He's good with the ladies probably. And I would say Edward would look up to him. Not that he wouldn't look up to his father too, but his father's got more of just the regular dad look. And I also give Graham the same kind of dad look with the sweaters and the really dark jeans and the loafers and the polos, that kind of a thing. So they've got the dad looks down. Bella is a little bit different in that she kind of can't let go of the fact that she's like getting older, and it's not so bad. I think she just doesn't really dress like a mom, and she doesn't want to dress like a mom. She wants to dress really nice and in like short skirts and short dresses, and like she's kind of sexy because that's what she feels like. So that's just kind of her style. That's her thing. Cassandra is a little bit more conservative, but she is still young. So conservative for a younger person is a little different than conservative for an older person. So as she gets older, she'll probably get a little bit more classy. Cover up a little bit more. That's Cassandra, the daughter, not Bella, because I always get the two confused. I'm just trying to clarify that I actually know who I'm talking about right now. Alexander here is, I was kind of struggling with figuring out his style, but I think I've decided I want him to be a little bit geeky, just a little bit nerdy, I guess. What's the difference between nerdy and geeky? Geeky would probably be more like interested in like video games and stuff, right? And then nerdy is like book smart, right? I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but geeky, that's kind of what I want him to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. I would consider myself a little bit of a geek. I'm not gonna lie. So that's his thing, and he wears glasses, and he wears like I put some of the graphic tees on him, and he's actually really kind of buff. Like, he's a kind of a buff guy. He's got a nice build to him, so very attractive anyway. So that's just that's just his style, is to be a little bit of a nerd. I really like this flannel on him too. It works out pretty well. The swimsuits that we have right now, I'm just kind of getting really sick of. So we really need like a summer swim pack for, the summertime. Now it's summertime here in the United States. I know like, people in the southern hemisphere, it's not, it's what, like wintertime now? Surely? I don't know. Fall, headed into winter. I don't know. I get confused, but it's summertime here, and I think that might be part of why I'm sick. The pollen count here in Alabama gets really super high, so I think that might be it. Candy, trying to hop back into the video here. I know I switched gears really quickly. Candy here has a little bit of a different style to her. She's, does like the really cutesy, kind of young girl look with a lot of pinks. And then whenever I go into her dark form, I do darken her hair and change all of her clothes to black. So the only pink on her, the only color on her is her eyes, which are going to be pink. I thought it was pretty cool. And I also did go through and changed all of their dark forms to the clothes that they have on, like, regular. Like, I didn't put them in separate clothes for their dark form, which most people do, and I did before. But I thought, realistically, when you're magically turning into a vampire, your clothes probably wouldn't change too much. You probably would have the same clothes on. Changing the color of them, is a little different, because maybe all the color drains from whatever clothes she's wearing into her eyes. I don't know. Something magical like that. So I did change that just a little bit, just to add some more realism into a game with vampires, whatever. Because I make so much sense. I don't know. Paolo's hair here is actually custom content, and I really had a hard time finding male custom content hair that I really liked anyway. It's out there, don't get me wrong. There's a bunch out there. I'm just a really picky person, so I really have to like something for me to take the time to download it and put it into my game. So the things that you've seen me use are things that I just was like, oh man, I love this. And the hair was one thing. This hair here on him is just, it's so nice and clean looking, and there's no like graphic tearing or anything. It just looks great, really. So this video is 15 minutes long, and I'm already having a really hard time with my voice and with my throat. So I may have to, in some of my videos later this week, if I'm not getting any better, put music in the background. I was actually thinking about putting music behind my voice anyway in this video. Just adding in some music just because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll sound better. I don't know. Some people don't do that. Some people do. So we'll just see. We can test things out. That's usually what I do, is I'm just like, let's just throw darts at the board and see what works. Yeah. This hair here is also custom content. And I thought, you know, Yuki's hair probably was about time for it to grow out just a little bit. And she's not going to cut it, I don't think, for a little while. We're going to keep it this little bob here, which looks really cute. And do I actually use one of those bowling shirts on her? I don't remember. I tested them out to see if I liked them, but I ended up using this bodysuit with some shorts. I think those are bowling shorts, though. Those were from the bowling pack. So they actually look pretty good. Like I said, you can probably hear where I've had cuts in the audio because my voice just, it gives out and then I have to cough. And it's not a pretty sight. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a sight anyway, would it? It noise. I don't know. In my Minnie and Daisy apartment video, I actually coughed a few times in it, and it just grinds my gears to leave those in there. But it's because my voice actually would give out, and you could hear me like having a hard time talking, and then I would clear my throat, and I'd be fine. So I thought, you know, it would make sense instead of cutting out that little piece of audio, just leaving it in, because, you know, that's just what I was doing. I had to cough to make my voice come back. So, yeah, I may have to end up doing some music in some of my builds. I know I have this really, really great build that I'm so excited about because I've been really into this old TV show. I mean, it's not like really, really old, but it's kind of old. But it's like one of those things that everybody has seen. So, I've been really into watching it here lately. It's kind of been what I used to decompress during my finals. I would just turn it on and chill whenever I was ready to relax instead of recording or anything, because as I talked about, doing videos and recording and editing, and it takes a lot of energy mentally to, you know, be creative in building and in, you know, even doing makeovers like this, just trying to figure out what to put on your Sims. So, you know, I decided I was not going to do that. I was not going to do that to myself and make myself even more exhausted and crank out videos that just sucked. So, I didn't do that. And actually, let me correct myself. I did have a couple of videos out that were just awful. One of them being my last Dine Out video, which, you know, I think I'm going to actually end that series, and I've talked about that already in a couple of my past episodes, past videos, the last few days. So that series is ended. Like, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm scrapping it. But I am going to do something kind of fun with the characters. I don't know if I'm going to burn down the building or what. But, we'll see, you know. I don't want to do anything too messed up, but maybe we can come up with something fun to end that series and just burn that building down. I really did want to get the renovation of that restaurant done, so maybe I'll renovate it anyway and just say, you know, later on in life, maybe the parents or one of the kids inherited the restaurant and renovated it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, because I don't have any ideas specifically right now. But within the next week or so, I am going to be ending that series, so you guys will see that. Stick around in the next couple of minutes. There's lots of screenshots of all of the characters. I don't include every outfit, but I do include like a couple from each character and one at least from their dark form. So you do get to see their dark form, because I did redo those a little bit. Just, yeah, I just wanted to take some more time to make them look a little more fresh, a little different. And, you know, maybe realistically they wouldn't have looked so different like their dark forms, but, you know, after I copied their dark form, or copied the regular form to the dark form, it looked like, I mean, I couldn't redo what had already been undone. Put it that way. So I just had to kind of make it up from scratch. I don't know what they looked like before. I forgot. Because I'm not a good sim mother or whatever, whatever I am to these characters. But anyway, yeah. So I did. Ooh, I love that dress on Bella Goth, and she's very pregnant. If you can't tell, check that out in the next episode. She should be having her baby. Fingers crossed, everybody, that it's a girl. Hope it is. We will see. If you got any girl names or any boy names even for the baby, please leave them down below. I like some really old names, some gothic Victorian names. So like, you know, we got Edward, we got Nicholas, we got Alexander, Cassandra. Old names are good names. So that's what we're going to stick with. You know, keep naming them old names. So, you know, in 1,000 years, it's still in when they're still alive to have a name like that. Yeah, so like I said, just a couple pictures of each and everybody. I really like Yuki's outfit with the leopard print top. That is so cute. I think her style is going to head towards like a 90s look. Yeah, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave any comments down below for any suggestions for future videos. And I'll talk to you guys soon.